Good evening, hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is Stevieboots. If you're tuning in for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be doing the tutorial. Because I heard EMF 5 once. There it is. Yeah, EMF 5. Alright, we got EMF 5. Whoa, you're so lucky.
Oh my god.
So lucky.
It was close, yeah.
Hello YouTube for this one. We're going to be going through the training, so those that have never played this game before can get a little bit more insight on the game, because I don't think anybody, when they start playing this game, actually jumps into the tutorial. So we're going to be covering that so that the newer viewers and the newer Phasmo players will be able to understand what this game is actually about and what the equipment actually does.
I'm gonna deploy the spirit box. Are you here?
Oh,
Ted.
Your attack.
Where are you?
I'm not.
What are you doing here?
Because I myself never ever did the tutorial, and there's quite a lot of information in there that I think would have been very helpful the first time that I ever played the game. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna go training. Yes, are you sure? Okay. So
welcome to your first day at Ghost Hunting Distribution. Read the whiteboard to get started.
thank you very much. Alright, so we have interact with left mouse button, use with right mouse button, we have grab with E, we have place with F, drop with G, cycle with Q, special is hold forward. Okay, no, that I've changed that. It's generally T, I have it on the mouse button. General, I've changed to tab, I think it's generally J, and then crouch is C. So, you're at Ghost Hunting Distribution. We'd like to welcome you to our training facility. To start, grab a flashlight behind you. Oops, with E. You can toggle the flashlight with use if equipped, or special if it fits your inventory. So they were using it. You can cycle through your held items to change which one you are holding. You can carry 3 items at once. So there I'm cycling through with Q. When you're ready, grab the key to the right, then interact with the keypad to the left of the doors to open the trunk and move to the next section. Right. Okay, let's grab the key. So we're using E and left click to click on the numpad so that we can open the door. Very eerie environment we're in here, but hey, it is what it is. Right. Ghost room. Your first goal when entering a haunted location is to find the ghost's favorite room. This is a room where the ghost will spend the majority of its time. To find the ghost room, look out for open doors, items that have been thrown, or sounds coming from the area of the location. And then we'll take the Polty. That was one heck of a Polty explosion if I've ever seen one. When playing higher difficulties, ghosts can change their favorite room when wandering. You open a door, interact with it, and move it forwards. So we use our interaction, which is a left mouse button, and we can take it forwards. Some doors do open towards you, so just be aware of that. So let's get our torch turned on and see if we see any interactions from the ghost. Doesn't seem like anything's... Ooh, we had a pencil thrown. Sounded like it. This is room 1. We have room 2. Sounds like this is where the pencils are being thrown. We don't have any movement yet. Oh, there we go. There was something thrown in front of us. Right, and we are in room 3. Not too much happening. Alright. Next topic. Sanity. Each investigator has their own level, represented in the truck by a percentage on a screen. It was following me around quite a lot. Ooh. It turned the power off, so can't be a gym. When playing in a team, you will also have an average sanity level. Several things can lower your sanity: standing in the dark, ghost events, and abilities. You can restore your sanity level by using sanity medication. Try drinking one using a bottle below. It'll take a few seconds to replenish. Try it out. Grab one below and then use it. You should see your sanity increase on the screen to the left. Sanity medicine will have different amounts of restoration depending on the difficulty you're playing. If we pick it up I do believe we use right click. There we have used our sanity. Here's our sanity board and we can see it's
Good job.
slowly starting to climb up. Right, let's get the torch back out. Right. Lighting. To keep your sanity stable, you should stand in lit rooms or areas as much as possible. Okay, by now I don't think it's a demon, right? Are you hunting? Blew all of the lights in this room. Okay. You can turn lights on using the switch, aim at the switch, then interact with it. Each location has a maximum amount of lights that can be turned on at once. If you exceed this number, the fuse box will trip and turn off every light. You can turn the fuse box back on by interacting with its switch. Try tripping the fuse box by playing with the lights to the right and then turn the fuse box back on. So this has happened to me in a couple of games where I didn't know that you actually can trip the light yourself. I used to think it was always the ghost. But this is actually very useful information that we're going through here. I'm going to switch that light on, that one on, that one
Well
on,
done.
and that trips our fuse box. Now we turn our fuse box back on, and now we're able to turn the lights back on. Alright, moving on to the next room. Electromagnetic fields, also known as EMF. In a normal contract, you will only need to find up to 3 evidence types, but for this training we'll be showing you all 7. EMF spots are left behind on almost everything that a ghost will interact with.
Okay.
I've got EMF. Got EMF.
These hotspots last around 20 seconds and can be read with an EMF reader. Grab your EMF reader below, turn it on with use, then move towards objects that a ghost has recently interacted with. We'll pick that up. Some ghost types will leave a stronger EMF hotspot. If your EMF reader is displaying a strength of 5 or higher, this is evidence. Open your journal by pressing the journal button, click the evidence tab at the top of the page, and then mark EMF 5 as scheduled. So for me, I've changed journal to tab. It's an unbound button in the game, so it's a little bit easier to get to it. And if you click on something like evidence and you tab out and tab back in, it actually takes you directly to where you were. So let's say that you were in media and you wanted to check your videos. You tab out, you tab back in, and it will take you directly back to videos. I find that quite useful in the game. Alright, let's turn our EMF reader on and look for any thrown objects. Hello, ghosty ghost. Ooh. Very cool. About 20 seconds, we'll still have an EMF reading. There was a cup that was interacted with. So I'm gonna get about around 3.5. There was a book that was thrown. Ooh,
Nice
there we
work.
got our EMF 5. We press tab, we go to evidence, and we click on EMF level 5. EMF 5. Alright. Ultraviolet, also known as UV. Some ghost types will leave behind UV handprints on doors, windows, even footprints on the floor if they walk into some well-placed salt. To find these, listen out for paranormal interactions on the objects.
The door forward.
Oh yeah, UV print.
Then grab your UV light, activate it with use, then shine it around to see what prints have been left behind. If you find UV handprints or footprints, make sure to note them down on the evidence page in your journal. Lastly, if you shine UV light onto a footprint for long enough, it will become charged, allowing you to swap to a camera to snap a photo for some extra cash. Alright, so let's just cycle through. We don't need our EMF reader anymore. We're going to be holding the UV light. And so that's what we were looking for. There's a handprint on the door. So there we're charging it up now, and if we turn our light off it should remain there, but you'll see it will start disappearing if you don't keep the UV on. Now a trick I have learned from a few other gamers that I've watched is if you do something like this and you look up, you can throw your UV and it can hover there. So this will also give you an opportunity to take a photo, especially if you're not quick enough to run and get your camera or something like that. Alright, freezing temperatures. Ghosts are known for making the area around them colder, but some ghost types will push these temperatures below freezing. When navigating around a location, you may notice your breath being frozen in front of you, visualized by a cold cloud of air. If you find this, it may be worth checking the temperature of the room accurately. To do so, grab a thermometer and walk into each room, then check the temperatures as they adjust. You're looking for anything below freezing, 0 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Fahrenheit. If you find freezing temperatures, mark it in your journal. Right, so we do have to mark we had EMF and then we had ultraviolet. Yeah, so let's take out freezing and see. So over here we have around 8 degrees, or could be 6 to 7. And we can see the temperatures going down in this room. We have a bit of cold breath too, but we're only reaching around 5. It does seem like it's slowing down. It keeps on going down, but then it's jumping back up. So let's check this room over here. We also have around 5 degrees. Climbing back up, and I think we still have our cold breath. That's good. Let's move on to the next room, because it did more or less climb up as we're in there. So now we see it starting to rapidly actually go down. Let's see if it'll go all the way down to 0. And it does seem like it's making the journey there. Okay, there we have officially hit below 0.
Move to the
So we
next
can
room.
mark that off as evidence. Temperature, we have freezing. Alright, onto the DOTS projector. DOTS projectors let us see things that normal lights does not. Sometimes using this light will reveal a small flicker into the paranormal world. Several ghost types can be revealed with a DOTS projector. All you need to do is find them. Grab a projector, turn it on with use, and aim the light where you think a ghost may be. If you see a ghost silhouette appear, then you've found some evidence. Try to find a ghostly apparition in the room to the left. You can then mark it in your journal. Now, something I want to talk about just before I go in. A lot of items can be placed on surfaces such as tables, walls, or even the ground by holding the interaction key, which is your F. Well, or pickup key. Well, I guess it would be a placement key. But you can place it down somewhere that you want to use it. So let's say, for example, you're struggling to find a nice position to place this. You can always place it on the ground and then shine your dots that way. Alright, let's see if we can find any apparitions. Ooh, we got a ghosty ghost here. Seems like we have one here too.
Good job.
And we have one over here. When a ghost reveals itself in dots form, it will walk towards the closest player if they inside the same room. You can use this to get those particularly shy ghosts to come within range of your dots infrared lights. Okay. Very cool. I didn't know that they actually walk towards you because of the dots. That's really, really nice to know. Ooh, dots. Alrighty, so often when filming, we have ghost orbs. Often when filming paranormal evidence with a video camera, investigators have found unexplainable flecks of light that slowly drift across their footage. These have been named ghost orbs. To find them, grab a video camera and turn on night vision with use. During contracts, you can place the video camera down and view the camera feed from safety of the truck. Search around the ghost room and look for any small flecks of light moving around. If you find one, mark it in your journal. But let's not forget to mark dots. We'll grab our ghost camera, and currently we're on normal view, and if we right click we change into night vision mode. So let's see if we can catch any dots. Ooh, there we get some ghost orbs. Now I like to hold record because it always lets me know if I am actually seeing any dots.
Nice work.
And there we are seeing some orbies. There's some more orbies around this ghost over here. Well, at least we know it's not a djinn. Did I just capture ghost orbs? I think I did. Yep, really cool. I'm going to keep the camera with me. Alright, let's move to the room. What's coming up next? Ooh, ghost writing. Some paranormal entities will interact with more objects than others. In several reported cases, ghosts have been known to write vague messages in books if left long enough. To get ghostwriting evidence, grab a ghostwriting book and place it down somewhere near the ghost. After some time, the ghost will either throw the book or write in it. For the latter, Note that evidence and write it down in your journal. Alright, so every single tier has different ranges, and that's the same with the ghost books. You'll see if I use the interact line there's a silver line that goes around the book. That line shows you how far the book can actually be seen. Now when I first started playing Phas, I would just throw the book down and be like, ghost, write in it, but it didn't end up writing, so it's very important to know that you should actually place the book down. So I'm going to place the book down somewhere towards the middle of the room. I'm going to switch the camera because I always like to record evidence, and if the ghost does interact, we actually get some more money for that.
Well done.
Alright. Oh. You can also get a sound recording of this, and you can also take photos of ghostwriting, which is very helpful if you're trying to go for perfect runs. Okay, we got ourselves some ghostwriting nice and early, so that's out the way. Same with dots and our UV. You cannot take a video of UV, unfortunately. Right, EVP recorders. So this is our spirit box. All spirit boxes are radio devices designed to scan through different frequencies, possibly revealing some paranormal audio amongst the static. To use a spirit box, grab one below and turn it on with use. Make sure that all room lights in that area are turned off. Then you can ask the ghost questions in hope of a response. Try asking, "Where are you?" If you get a response, the indicator will flash white and you should hear a voice that's unique amongst the radio frequencies. If it flashes red, your question was heard, but you didn't get a reply. Enter the next area, find the ghost room, and then try it out. Now, something I also want to talk about just before we go in. With every tier of ghost boxes, it's similar to the book that we just took a look at. It has a range. So if I'm in this corner of the room and the ghost is standing somewhere over here, it might not be able to actually interact or hear me. So the higher the tier, the better chance you have of actually speaking to the ghost. I'm going to try this. Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Now, as you can tell, there is no interaction yet, but we can see that a pencil has been thrown in this room. So this is most likely the actual ghost room. Now, if I try and talk to the ghost, where are you? Are you here? Where are you? You can see that we're getting that red dot flash. Are you here? Where are you? Are you friendly? So the ghost is responding, but we're getting no interaction. So that means we have to turn our light off. Let's turn the light off and see what happens. Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? And there we get our ghost interaction. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Oh. Right, we don't need our ghost box anymore because we don't have a sound recorder. Alright, hunts. This is the most feared part of the game, but the most important to know is that you can hide away from ghosts until you get to about level 30 or 40, I think it is. You'll never ever meet a Diogen, and a Diogen is able to find you no matter where you hide. But on a safe side of that, it also moves very slow, so you should be able to dodge it, and if you have incense, you should be able to walk just by. Right by just fine. Alright, so getting into hunts. During contracts, ghosts can initiate an attack on you and your fellow investigators.
One more song. This
Where's the ghost?
thing?
Somebody died.
These attacks will have a chance to occur once your sanity has reached an average threshold of 50. Some ghost types might attack earlier or later than this. Those would be something like your Onryo, which will actually hunt earlier if there is firelights that have been put out. I think it's about 3. And then we have our Demon, which hunts at around 80%. And then there is also the yokai that if you are talking too loud in the room, I do believe it can hunt around 70 to 80% as well, or any sanity as far as I know. Right, depending on the difficulty you are playing, you may have a setup timer. This is normally displayed on a large LED clock in the truck, like the one to the right. This will stop your sanity going below 50%, as well as prevent hunts. When a hunt starts, the exit doors will lock and the ghost will start searching for you.
Let's play hide and seek.
No way.
Turn off your equipment, hide in a locker or crouch behind something tall and wait till it's over. Enter the next room to simulate a hunt. So we have about 80% sanity, so if we walk in there and we get a hunt, we know it's one of the dangerous ghosts. Now before walking in the room, I just want to have a bit of a view. So we do have some lockers right in front of us. We have a cupboard over there we can probably hide behind. Those coolers are a little bit too small to hide behind, so I'm probably going to go for the locker. Alright, let's see what happens. My favorite song. No way it spawned in the room. This is why it's important to have a backup hiding location. I really didn't expect it to spawn in the room. I got chills from that one. Ooh-wee.
Something's not quite right. You better hide, quickly.
Right, something I have learned over the
That was a
weeks,
close one.
the months that I've been
Congratulations on
playing
completing your
this
training.
game.
You can exit through the truck by interacting with the keypad.
Thank you very much, Radio Man.
Died such a stupid death, dude. Like, when I closed the
Drunk
thing, the other one opened, and then walked past again, and then I was too scared to reclose everything, so I just stayed there, and then it opened the thing, and I died.
Lemon, you must hold the door closed. Is that a ghost will sometimes walk past where you're hiding, and they will fling the door open. So it's very important to hold the door closed while you're waiting in the room, so that if they do decide to interact with, you can actually pull it back towards yourself. So be careful for hunting in certain locations like that, because there is a possibility that the ghost can still pull your door open. Holy moly. Okay. As I was saying previously, this would be an okay hiding spot if the ghost walks past. The moment it turns around, it should be able to see me. This bookcase or whatnot over here would also be a good hiding spot, but if the ghost gets to this point, there's a high chance that it would see me. So it's very important to understand that some hiding spots are better than others. And if you're in a situation that both these lockers are blocked, sometimes you can use the doors to actually squeeze yourself in, and this does count as a hiding spot. Very useful in runs where you don't have any cover available at all. Alright, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this. It's a very long hallway. I'm not going to sprint down it. It just makes it a little bit scary. And we escaped the ghost. That's absolutely fantastic. So now the final thing to do is to enter the truck and use the keypad to exit. Let's not forget that we had ghost orbs, ghost writing, and spirit box as evidence. So it is absolutely a mimic. So we're going to get into the van over here and hit our keypad. And that is the end of this YouTube tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you picked up a bit more information on how to actually play Phasmophobia. And for me, I'm going to be heading on to speedruns on my Twitch side. So if you guys do enjoy speedruns and general Phasmophobia gameplay, come and hang out, and hopefully I can educate you guys a little bit more in the game, so I don't make it seems a little bit less scary. This game is terrifying at times, and no matter how long you have been playing it, you always have jump scares, and that's what makes this game fantastic on a loop side at least. Thanks so much for tuning in. Much love as always. Good morning, good evening, good night. Take care wherever you're tuning in from. Bye bye.